up, Bubs and Vixie? I hope you're having a great day and hope it only gets spookier. Welcome back to Silent Hill 2. So sorry about the sudden hiatus, the sudden break. That was completely unexpected, and I just kind of got blindsided by something that is personal stuff, so for my own privacy, I will not be going into. But just know that I am feeling a bit better, at least enough to actually be able to record and ideally finish Silent Hill 2 during Spooktober. That being said, in the last episode, we finally got our way through the hotel after putzing around looking for nothing for quite some time. Thankfully, Rosie cut most of that out. Sorry. Old habits die hard. So you didn't have to deal with me putzing around in the darkness looking at nothing. And now we've descended, I guess is the best way to put that. And we are very much in the other world. And there was this big wall of save points, which makes me think this might be a very important thing. So if we're like 20 seconds away from the end of the game, I'm going to be moderate to severely annoyed, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Immediately into a cutscene, all right. How many times is she gonna die? Stabe. Alright, Rosie, you know what to do. This is quite the intense cutscene to start out on. I suppose I probably knew that when I ended the last episode at the time I did.
That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
That line delivery was great. Okay, I'd presume I'm probably supposed to kill both of these pyramid heads, so let's go ahead and, we know the Great Knife doesn't work against these guys, because that was the first enemy we tried it on, and they are far too fast for me to get a reliable hit in. I'm thinking this is probably a very important encounter, so rifle time. Bam! Oh, you have quite the reach. Hold on. Rotation. Maybe the rifle wasn't the best choice for this. Bam! I didn't hear a katink, so I think I missed. There we go. Back up. There we go. Now I'm cooking with gas. Reload! Oh, they do a lot of damage. I have 5 ampules, so just full heal. Screw it. Back up. Bad boy, James. Ow. I wish the camera was a bit better so I could actually get a good angle of me shooting them. Instead of the camera being perpetually facing behind me. Backstep. Yay. There we go. If I just press L2 and R2 at the same time. Oh, I had reload. Bam. Yee. It's incredibly disorienting because James doesn't like rack the bolt on this thing. I just have to wait in between shots. Reload! I've lost track of who I've shot and how many times. I suppose this is probably a good time to say that, hey, if you enjoy my stuff, maybe consider subscribing and clicking the bell notifications thing so you actually get notified of when I post stuff. If you do enjoy my stuff, make sure to check to see if you're already subscribed, because YouTube is a big fan of randomly unsubscribing people for no reason. So make sure to check to see if you're actually subscribed. I feel like I'm not supposed to kill these guys, but I am doing damage. And make sure to hit the bell so it actually does something. This guy's staggering a lot more. Oh, hold on. Reload! They stopped looking at me. Oh. Well, alright, sweet. We're gonna go ahead and equip the boomstick moving forward. Because I don't think we're gonna get much use out of our pistol come, like, for the time being. Pyramid Head won't move anymore. Looks like he's holding something. A rust-colored egg. Oh. What about you, other guy? And a scarlet egg. Okay, egg moment. Rust-colored egg. It's about the size of a quail's egg. Pyramid Head was holding it. This one is also about the size of a quail's egg. Okay. Are these my testicles? Well, I don't want them. This was the... I got turned around, didn't I? Well, great. Might as well save, I suppose. So yeah, on top of the whole thing of me suddenly taking a very unexpected break from YouTube, locked. Oh, puzzle, gotcha. There's a round indentation in the door. Yeah. On top of me taking a break just to, like, chillax and, you know, clear my brain a little bit and not have to worry about recording YouTube stuff. The way I deal with my brain being against me is sleeping a lot more. So, as you can very likely expect, my sleep schedule was completely fucked, and when the last episode went live on the YouTube channel, that was roughly the time I started feeling better, and the delay between that video and this one has just been me trying to get back on a normal sleep schedule so I can realistically, like, record and upload stuff. But now we're back, and we're gonna finish Silent Hill 2. Whether it be in this video or the next, I'm not sure, but I'm hoping it's this video, because, actually, I'm hoping it's not this video, because usually if I hope it's a specific video that I'm recording at the time, it ends up being that video. However, I end up recording for like an extra hour longer than I should. I wonder if I could have just picked which one and not grabbed both, or if that would have influenced something. Probably not, but that would have been cool.
Mary?
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here! Leave me alone already! I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go! Are you deaf?
It didn't quite make the
Don't
hallway
come
long
back.
enough.
James! Wait!
Did I time that in a cinematic way, or was that supposed to play when I entered the loading screen? I think that was supposed to play when I entered the door. This is seeming very final, which I know I'm in the... Oh, okay, apparently not. Which I know I'm in the final act at least, but it's really up to whether or not I am literally walking up to the, like, the ending sequence, I suppose. These camera angles are really rough for tank controls. What was that? Was that a bird? Was that my dog? I was talking, I couldn't hear. I think that actually might have been one of my dogs and not actually in game. Oh, but hey, in the meantime of me dealing with some stuff off camera, my new aux cord for my headphones got here, so I actually have my left ear back. The one downside though is the jack doesn't perfectly fit in. Well, the jack doesn't perfectly fit in the. We'll give that in a minute. In the socket for the aux cord on my headphones. So if I jostle just a particular amount too much, it tends to fall out. But at least now I don't have to worry about like sitting at a specific position. Mary, is that you?
Mary?
No, I'm Gary. Damn it, why does this keep happening? Oh, sorry, I should be looking at the game.
When will you ever stop making that mistake? Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? It's you. But I don't need you anymore.
What? You must be joking. But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted. I'm different than Mary. How can you throw me away?
I understand now. It's time to end this nightmare.
No, I won't let you. You deserve to die too, James.
Okay, methinks final boss. This looks like, oh my god. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but that looked really cool. Get off. Get off. Okay, how much damage did that do out of curiosity? Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. All right, maybe Shoddy isn't the best for this. Nah, shotgun's best for this. Come on. We gotta finish off the final boss with the boomstick. Run! Okay, so seeing as how this is very much the closing sequence, and I'm positive this is the final boss, a huge shout out to our current patrons. Your support is very much appreciated, and I love you all very much. Oh, nope, run. If you want to support me in the channel, you can do so on Patreon for just $5 a month, and you get a bunch of cool perks, such as work in progress art, whether it be, nope, let go, for thumbnails, or something I just happened to be working on. I was pressing the sprint button, that probably did way more damage than I was supposed to. Health kit. And Rosie, just like put the examples in the bottom left, because we're the final boss, so we need to be able to see. Okay, can't shoot through the bugs, got it. And most importantly, for you watching my videos right now, you'll get early access to all of my videos, access to a special channel where I host all of my director's cut and uncut content I fucked up for your viewing pleasure. Let go. So if any of that strikes your fancy, be sure to head down to the link in the description, check out my Patreon. Once again, a huge shout out to all of my current patrons. I love you all so much. Your support is always appreciated. I need to stop doing that. And now let's go back to fighting the final boss. Run! That was way faster than every other time you've done that. That wasn't fair. That might have been a mistake. Woo! Uked. Okay, because I was, yeah, alright, I had a feeling. Because I was doing the Patreon plug, I was not counting my shells. So let's just walk around until we hear the bugs and then start running. I'm not gonna do the bugs. Did I hit a health threshold and now you don't do the bugs anymore? Is it a distance thing? Okay, I think they're just not doing the bugs anymore. In which case, I probably have distance to use the rifle. No, okay, of course. Great. Sprint! I wonder if we can do like the HP buffer thing we did in the first game and heal when we get hit with the bugs, and that like makes it so I don't take any more damage. Probably not. Surely they would have fixed that, right? Either way, they're actually not doing all that much. Maybe they're just supposed to hold me there and I'm breaking out before she can grab me. I don't think they're actually doing any damage at all. In which case, I'm walking on sunshine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not doing damage. Actually, that's glitching quite fast, so I think the color might be bugged. Hold on. The color was bugged. Okay, it's good that I noticed, because it was definitely killing me. Alright, so now, what we're going to do is we're going to pull that same strat as soon as we reload, as we did in the first game, and we're going to use a health juice whenever the bugs grab us. Spirit James! Yeah, you know, I don't have, that's not what I pressed. Thank you. Where the fuck am I? Joe Biden. Back up. Sprint. Whip around. 360 no scope. You already know. This is what we were stockpiling for, everybody. It would be incredibly dickish of the game if anytime the bugs grabbed me, she would heal. I'm actually gonna do a tester once the bugs grab me again to see if I actually have to like break out. Which, no, I know that's a mechanic because the weird, gross bed monster boss. When I was trying to reset, I just let it kill me at one point to see. Reload. To see if it was actually damaging me, and it was, so I do have to like mash buttons to get out of grapples. Christ on the cross, how much fucking health they have! Alright, new strat, right? I didn't do the Healy thing, but that's okay. I wonder. Yeah. We're whipping out the Blicky. And we're gonna use that to get some extra shots out. DPS. Yeah! She's probably one shot away from death, but whatever. Serves you right for being in a box spring. Really? Do I just...
James.
No, he's not aiming at her. Yeah, I know, I'm trying to...
James.
Is there... I sort of figured... Here's an idea. There's something we know that always strikes the ground. Away, you dastardly harpy! Ah! That might have been a situation where if I had a specific item, I could have used it to get the good ending or whatever.
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not true. You also said you didn't want to die. The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
James, if that were true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary?
James. Please. Please do something for me.
Get you a blanket, because you're kind of
Go
just
on
sleeping.
with your life.
Yeah, well, that works too. This is a no blanket kind of household. Oh, step.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, And all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
Ooh. Oy. Alright. There we go. An actual ending instead of just Silent Hill 1's nonsense. And boy, what an ending it is. Was that actually the good ending? Because I feel like it resolved really, really well. Oh, Laura. Oh, I was grabbing my phone. Hold on. Oh, and I should probably look back at the game. Oh, Laura's on screen. Look at that. Oh. And James. While this plays out, I'm going to really quickly look up to see if this game does have multiple endings. Okay, so yeah, this this song, I'm pretty sure gets mega claimed on YouTube, so I don't think this video is gonna have like, I don't think I'm gonna get any money for this video. That's okay, because it's Silent Hill music. This is the last episode anyway. The entire rest of the series is monetized, I'll deal with it. So I'll let you listen to the music while I see... Oh wow, there's the joke endings, of course, because it's Silent Hill, but there are multiple endings. There's Leave, Maria ending, In Water ending, and the Rebirth ending on top of the 2 joke endings and the Born from a Wish ending. So let's see which one I got. Oh, and it's Silent Hill Memories, so let's read about the endings. When reaching the end, the game will calculate points for 4 endings: Ritual, Rebirth, Leave, Maria, and In Water. You will get the Rebirth ending automatically if you collect all the 4 extra items needed for this ending. If you don't, the game will compare the points for the other 3 endings based on conditions described below. Okay, hold on. That's a lot of reading. I just want to see which one I got. Oh, okay, so I suppose that makes sense. I got the Maria ending. You will receive this ending if James shows a lot of attention and comfort towards Maria, thus developing a bond with her instead of holding on to Mary's memory. That's ironic, given the fact that I talked about how much I hate Maria. And the way I got this was... spend 10 minutes or more near Maria, bump into Maria less than 3 times, protect Maria from monster attacks, check back on Maria in the hospital, room S3, try to re-enter the cell to see dead Maria in the labyrinth twice, and then do not examine Mary's photo and or letter at least twice, spend 5 minutes or more far from Maria, attack Maria, allowing her to take significant damage, bump into her 30 times or more, go on Nathan Avenue instead of chasing Laura and have Maria remind you. Okay. Gotcha. So, because I bumped into Maria, like, so many times and, like, I checked on her, and probably because I did a few bits, I probably spent more than 10 minutes with her, it looks like I may have gotten the good ending? Because that ending felt very, like, resolving and, like, good. Because, like she said, go on with your life. And, like, is it just me? Did that feel like the good ending? I think that's a good ending. James is still a horrible person for murdering his wife. Obviously. But at least there's that closure of her saying, like, I still love you and go on with your life. I think that's a good ending. So, seeing as how I have still like an hour left to see the other endings, I think we may end up doing... Oh no, I got the Leave ending? That really felt like the Maria ending. Okay, hold on, let's read about the Leave ending then. I just closed it, damn it. The Leave ending. To receive this ending, James must act as if he wants to survive and complete his journey while not showing too much focus or attention on Maria or the memory of Mary. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. This is the most likely ending you will achieve by playing the game normally or with a quick speedrun. Recover your health as soon as it drops and in excess of 200% HP in total. Listen to the entire sickbed conversation of Mary and James in the hallway before the final boss. What? Oh no. But in the hallway? Okay, I straight up didn't get that. And then do not go east after meeting Maria in Rosewater Park, and I have to remind you the way to the hotel. Okay, so I got the standard ending, which I still feel like was a pretty good ending. I'm very happy with that. So let's read our stats real quick, and then we'll see about potentially looking at the other endings. Action level normal, riddle level normal, those are my difficulties. Leave ending, ending clear 1 of 4. I've saved 48 times, of course. Just under 10 hours playtime. Walked 10 kilometers, ran 16 kilometers. I picked up 205 items. I defeated 8 enemies by shooting them. And I bonked 134 enemies. Boat stage time, okay, gotcha. That was entirely like on purpose. Yeah, that was 7, almost 8 minutes that I sped through when I got to the boat sequence. When all this footage goes up on the Patreon channel, the Patreons can definitely enjoy me boating around in the water for 8 minutes straight. My boat max speed 3.5 meters a second. Ooh. Total damage 1,327 points. Okay, cool. I got 6 stars. 6 stars. I'll take that. I'd imagine 10 is probably save clear data. Oh, clear data. As in, I beat the game. Game result. Boom. If only I saved one more time, our final thing would have been would have been 50 total saves, but whatevs. All right, with that, that is Silent Hill 2. That game was absolutely fucking wonderful. It is so much better than the first game, so much better. On top of just the mechanics being a lot better, I appreciate the option to select your level of difficulty for the riddles, because that was easily the biggest problem I had with the first game. It's not that I'm bad at riddles, I like puzzles and everything. The issue with the first game was not that the puzzles were hard, but that it was rather that the puzzles were inconsistently difficult. As you progressed through the game, there is a general, like, upwards motion of difficulty in terms of the riddles and everything. However, there were specific spots in the first game where the riddles went from largely logical and largely, like, you can just kind of figure it out, to how the fuck was I supposed to even think about that? And of course, if you watched the first the series on the first game, last Spooktober, you'll know that the quote-unquote astrology puzzle near the back end of the game completely fucking stumped me and I had no idea what the hell it wanted from me, because the fact that all of the, like, plates were different like symbols representing the different star signs and constellations was a complete red herring, and I was just supposed to count how many legs each thing had, which I thought that was incredibly stupid. I did not find it cute. I didn't think it was a cool redirect or anything like that. I just thought it was annoying. So with that, I will say Silent Hill 2, the riddles, I feel like normal difficulty riddles were perfect for me because they required me to think and they weren't too adamant on being like excessively convoluted or anything like that, which I think is the proper balancing for a puzzle game where you don't immediately know the answer to all of the riddles because that would be boring, but at the same time you don't, like, you're not gonna sit there for 6 hours trying to figure out what the hell this fucking, like, formulaic equation has to do with anything. That I appreciate. So on top of all of the things I just said, we of course have to give the game a rating because I decided I'd do that at one point for my Let's Plays. So let's talk about the gameplay. I basically just talked about how much better the gameplay is than the first game, and I will say that the tank controls are actually better, honestly. They are good to a point where I'm pretty sure in the Silent Hill remake, with it being like a third person, like Resident Evil 4 style, I'm pretty sure that is going to detract from the experience, and I feel like the tank controls and fixed camera angles are part of the Silent Hill identity, so when you take that away, you're taking away a part of Silent Hill. There's of course exceptions where something different can be done, like the playable teaser of Silent Hills, RIP PT, fuck you Konami, where it's a first-person game like Resident Evil 7, and that shit was still absolutely fucking terrifying. Though, as many indie games will show, that style of Silent Hill trippy, like, in-your-head nonsense in first person can be done, and it doesn't specifically have to be Silent Hill. There are so many indie games that are basically just clones of PT, and they're, like, good, they're scary and everything, but it's not Silent Hill is the problem. So I guess my ultimate point is the tank controls are part of Silent Hill's identity, so I don't have a problem with them even if they are clunky, which the first game's controls were very clunky. The second game, ironically, I don't think is clunky at all. I think this game aged wonderfully. The controls were fairly easy to pick up. If you've even touched tank controls before, these are probably like the easiest to understand, easiest to control tank controls probably out there. They're like shockingly intuitive. So I feel even if you have never played a Silent Hill game before, and if you've at least seen tank controls or even just understand the basic concept of them, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a perfectly fine time playing the original Silent Hill 2. The original Silent Hill 2. The original Silent Hill is a different story. All in all, the gameplay I would rate perfectly solid. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5 out of 10. Very solid. It does what it needs to. It's fine. It's intuitive. Easy to pick up, understand. The selectable difficulty for the riddles is perfectly accessible. If you want to just play the game for the story, you can just play it on easy mode. Easy. And I think that's great. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10 for the gameplay. As for the story, I basically hinted at through the entirety of this game that this game's story is infinitely better than the first game's because it does something with Silent Hill that the first game did not. As I mentioned multiple times, the first game I did not enjoy that Silent Hill was literal. It was just an actual physical location with an actual literal cult. That's just incredibly boring and generic. So I appreciate that the spoilers for Jacob's Ladder, by the way, that the inspiration from Jacob's Ladder is here, where it's ambiguous whether or not everything that was happening to you was real or not. Which, after everything we just saw in the game, you can pretty definitively say, with a little bit of critical thinking, that none of that was actually what was going on. All it was a manifestation of James' inner turmoil and grief and guilt for what he did to Mary. All of that was real. And so, you know, the whole thing about Silent Hill in this scenario is him trying to work through that. So all of the characters he ran into weren't necessarily real people, and more so were metaphors for things that he was dealing with or had to deal with. And that is infinitely better than just it's an evil town with an evil cult that kills people. Ooh, spooky. So with that, and with how it was presented, even if I didn't already know the twists, the angle of Silent Hill 2 going into this, because as I've mentioned, I'm a huge fan of Silent Hill. I've just never played like any game. Even if I didn't know anything beforehand, I feel like I would have picked up on that, and I feel like I would have understood it. Because I'm a fan of good writing. I like having stories that you can pick apart and find the different meanings to, or just find a meaning to, even if it isn't necessarily the thing that was intended. I think that's great. Whereas the first game just kind of told you outright, nah, there's a cult here, and also there you go, it's a cult, it's an evil town. Oh, but if you get the bad ending, you never left your car. Ooh, that's it. Spoilers for Silent Hill 1, by the way, but if you're watching the sequel, I'd imagine you've probably seen it. All in all, the story is infinitely better than the first game, and I think it's a very cool, I wouldn't say it's unique, because this sort of thing has happened before, the whole it's all in your head Douglas thing, but I feel like Silent Hill 2 did it in a very presentable, very good way. So, with that in mind, on top of it being much more in line with the inspirations of David Lynch and Jacob's Ladder, which I appreciate, the story of this game is going to be a firm 8 out of 10. It's very good. I enjoy. Very, very good. I like. So now we have to split the difference between 7.5 and 8, which I think would be like 8.725 or something like that, or just 8.7 or 7.75. So you know what? I'll just make this easy on myself and say 7.8 out of 10. Great game. Wonderful. And just to remind anyone, if you think that ranking's kind of low for how much I'm praising this game, I actually pay attention to like rating scales and give them meaning and not just rate something I liked 10 out of 10. I very, very rarely give 10s, and I actually try to be objective with my ratings. Because I consider this a fucking great game, that's why it gets a 7.8 out of 10. Because a perfectly standard game that does nothing more than it needs to is a 5, a subpar game's a 4, a decently good game is a 6, you get the idea. And then 10 is a categorically perfect, this game is amazing. So, with that being said, Silent Hill 2, I am going to rate a 7.8 out of 10, a very high rating. And now, moving away from the rating, I'm going to very quickly look up a YouTube video to see what the other endings are. Because, I mean, we did that with the first game. Granted, it was because we didn't get we got a terrible ending in the first game, but at the same time, we might as well be consistent with the videos. So pardon me one moment while I go on YouTube and I check out the endings for Silent Hill 2. Alright, we have now a video up of all of the endings in Silent Hill 2 from youtube.com/watchmebebe. And that URL is, once again, youtube.com/watchmebebeh. And the reason I'm being specific about that is, let me just move myself. Their watermark is down here, but like I'm in the way, so I just figured I'd point that out. So without further ado, let's check out these endings. Why don't we? Oh, and before we get into this, when I was reading about how we got specific endings, the conversation between Mary and James and the hallway was not physically between the characters who are physically there. It was the memory of him talking with Mary. I didn't put that together, but we... As I was pulling this up, I realized, oh no, that's totally what they meant. Anyway, watch me baby.
James, I've been waiting.
Mary. I'm sorry it took so long.
Didn't you want to see me?
Yes, I wanted to see you. Even an illusion of you. That's why I came here.
It's not true, is it? You killed me.
I couldn't watch you suffer.
Don't make excuses, James. I know I was a burden on you. You must have hated me. That's why you got rid of me.
It's true. I may have had some of those feelings. It was a long 3 years. I was tired.
That's why you needed this Maria person? James, do you really think I could ever forgive you for what you did?
Okay, so that wasn't just a glitch on my part. She was supposed to bug out like that in the cutscene. Gotcha. Oh, you could have just shot her. Okay, it was my choice to kill her with the great knife. Got it.
You killed Mary again?
Here I go killing again.
That wasn't Mary. Mary's gone. That was just something Maria?
Those types of boots would make that noise when you walked on that, by the way. That was way too high-pitched.
James.
I want you. I want you with me.
Are you sure?
Come on. Let's get out of here.
What about Mary?
It's okay. I have you.
That's not healthy, James. Giving in to your delusions is not a healthy coping mechanism. Is this the same ending? Okay, so it looks like the letter was the same, and then Maria and James are walking up here.
Wait.
At Staples, we believe in real...
At Staples, you can suck my peen. Okay, this is a different ending. All right. This should be the in water ending, I think. Ooh. Bam!
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not the whole truth.
Not the
You
whole
also
truth.
said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
You killed me, and you're suffering for it. It's enough, James.
Mary?
James.
What's that noise? I'm sure Rosie's cutting it out, but just bring it back for a little bit. Weird audio bug. It's just anytime there's dead silence, it's just beep. I'm pretty sure this is Silent Hill 2 Director's Cut, by the way. Which might be a version on the PS3 or something, I don't know, but the graphics are definitely different from what I played. I'm sure they have mostly the same endings.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In my restless dreams, I
yes.
see that town.
That sort of in water. I figured that was the case. And doesn't look like there's like a post thing of him like floating up or something, because I'm pretty sure he's in his car at the bottom of the lake. Anyway, next up. Next ending, which I believe is the rebirth ending was what it was called.
James.
Maria, I'm finished with you.
What? But I'm what you wanted. Mary's dead. Don't you understand? She's not coming back. But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. I'll never hurt you like she did. So why don't you want me?
Because you are not Mary. Without Mary, I just can't go on.
Oh, James. Come on, James. You must be joking.
See, that's more in line for how I felt Maria was being. Just being a complete bitch about his dead wife. Hey! Got her with the great knife, yeah! That's what I did. Oh, the infamous boat.
Mary, you look so peaceful. Forgive me for waking you. But without you, I just can't go on. I can't live without you, Mary. This town, Silent Hill. The old gods haven't left this place.
Oh.
And they still grant power to those who venerate them.
What?
Power to defy even death.
What?
Mary.
Oh, that's what it meant by rebirth. Okay, I think this ending is supposed to call back to the first game of it being like whack-ass cult nonsense, and I think he's going to dig up Mary to try to bring her back to life. That's no good, James. You can't do that. Oh, the dog ending. Here we go. Yeah, joke ending time. Yay! Must first unlock the 3 normal endings, leave Maria and in water. I'll read the things on the bottom just because I'm like covering it up slightly. Or just unlock the rebirth ending, because I don't actually know how to get this, so. Oh, Jack's in. I was trying to go there, but there's just nothing for me. I got the dog key from the doghouse. And then we're in the otherworld version of the hotel, in the observation room. I used the dog key. That was a weird noise. Those headphones aren't doing anything. Oh, Japanese apparently. Bork bark. Okay, I'm not listening to this for the entirety of it. I respect the joke. Oh, there's boobs in there. There's one more joke ending. The UFO ending. The blue gem is unlocked by beating both the main and the sub scenarios. Not sure what that means, but just, I'm guessing beat the game 100%, do everything in it, and you get the blue gem. I got a blue gem. And then we're in the prison courtyard. Oh no, it's the garden of the hotel. No, the hospital. I see that's why I fucked it up and read Nightmare Hotel before I was supposed to. Maybe I could use it somewhere. Use. Oh. A blur! And then at the boat scene, because I remember in the first game, the way you got the UFO ending was using the weird pendant at 3 different locations, I think. And then you use it at the lake. Oh. 3 UFO. Why no? I love how sillily edited it is. And then in the hotel in room 312. Beep boop. Oh, it's an armada of UFO. Why no? Oh my god. Is that... Harry came back. I love how it's the PS1 model. Have you seen a little girl around here? Short, black hair. What are you talking about? Anyway, listen. Have you seen my wife? Her name's Mary. Ah! Harry and his alien armada on his way to abduct every Silent Hill protagonist. Okay, wonderful. Let's skip through to see if there's any weird thing at the end. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so that was wonderful. The joke endings in Silent Hill are always the best. So once again, that was credited to youtube.com/@watchmebebe. That's @watchmebeiBeh. So make sure to go show them some love, because, I did just kind of rip off of their content, so I can actually show you all the endings. But hey, I credited it, and I showed you the watermark that I was covering up, so I'm completely in my right to do that now, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, aside from that, that was Silent Hill 2. And I suppose that I wasn't fully expecting the end to be literally right there, but I think between that and me going through all the endings just now and my review and everything, this should come out to a relatively similar time frame to my normal episodes, maybe a little bit shorter. But with all of that being said, I hope you all enjoyed Silent Hill 2 as much as I have. I don't know if we'll end up playing Silent Hill 3. I have no relation to that game whatsoever. I basically only seen a couple clips from it. Maybe we'll play Silent Hill 3. I don't know. Maybe we'll go 3 years in a row. Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3 for Spooktober. I don't know. But with all that being said, if you would like me to play through a specific horror game for next Spooktober, make sure to leave it down in the comments so I can know, hey, if there's a specific longer horror game you want me to do a full playthrough of at some point, I can get that done for you. As it stands, it's currently still Spooktober as you're watching this, so I don't know what I'm going to do for next Spooktober. I suppose Silent Hill 3 is there as a fallback if I can't think of literally anything. But for the time being, that was Silent Hill 2. An amazing horror game, an absolute classic, and honestly, I'm now in the boat that it didn't really need a remake because that game aged wonderfully. Now that I've finished the game and I've seen all the endings and stuff, I'll probably actually watch someone play through the remake, and I'll probably come back to this video and leave a pinned comment saying my thoughts on the remake, because I don't think I'm going to play it. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this series, and I hope you've all had a wonderful time this Spooktober. I know, once again, I'm sorry for the brief break, but I expected it just as little as you did, so at least take solace in the fact that it was not something I planned, it was not something I could have really done anything about, and it just kind of got in the way of the whole thing. So, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed Spooktober. There's still some more days left in the year, so I'll probably think of a couple things. Maybe we'll do some more 3 Scary Games videos. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a full playthrough like I did Layers of Fear. I don't know. I don't know if I have a game that would be kosher for that. But with that being said, I am going to end this series here. If you genuinely enjoyed this video, consider dropping a like, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to become a pup if you haven't already, and to hit the bell so it actually does something. If you want to support me in the channel, you can do so on Patreon for just $5 a month and you get a bunch of cool perks. A huge shout out to all of my current patrons. I love you all so much, and your support is always very much appreciated. My name's Vixie, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.